corner, from Warsaw, Poland, wearing the all-white trunks with the black trim, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Golota.
And for those of you tuning in Poland, stay tuned. And for all the Polish press that are here tonight, I'll tell you, they are watching with great anticipation. And as you mentioned, Dave, TNT, Tyberry, what Andrew Golota are we going to see here tonight?
And that's we'll see that early on, I think, which one is going to be here. And it's interesting, we got a guy from Poland, and Delaware, of course, the first state. So it makes it interesting tonight.
And we are seconds away. Rudy Battle telling him, get back, telling Golota, get back. All right, here we go.
Well, I tell you what, Golota came out for a second with his hands down on the side. I didn't know what the other was going to be, but then he quickly put him up.
And again, Golota has not been in the ring since that fight with Mike Tyson. And what effect will that long layoff have? We will certainly find out. Will the rust quickly go away, or will it stay? Good left by Andrew Golota.
Well, Golota's trying to show a little confidence because every now and then he drops his hands and picks it up, as he did there with that left hand. But then that could be dangerous, but we don't know too much about Mix because, you know, he hasn't really beat anybody but Tim Witherspoon, and Tim had a problem.
And we know Andrew Golota can punch. There is no doubt about that. That right hand is certainly the home run shot.
The key question is, the key right now, I believe, is if Brian Mix can get him a little frustrated to see how he responds to that. If he could take him out of his fight plan, and we've watched in the past when that happened.
Yes, a frustrated Andrew Golota is not a good Andrew Golota. and he does get out of the fight plan.
He's using the jab pretty good. He keeps it down a little bit too low for me, but he's using the jab anyway.
Champ, I agree. He's throwing an impressive jab.
And a clubbing left by Andrew Golota.
Well, you know, Andrew's getting frustrated after 2-3 rounds. You know, if he don't get you out of there by then, sometimes he, you know, gives up.
And we see a little apology already by Andrew Golota.
No, that's showboating. I don't think that's an apology fitting in.
Too early to apologize yet.
Exactly.
Also, 35-year-old legs. Will that make a difference in middle or late rounds?
No, remember, I was 52 when I retired.
But you were the champ.
Yeah.
Good right to the midsection by Golota. And as you mentioned, Dave, it is Mix coming off that big win against Tim Witherspoon. His confidence level certainly has to be up. Golota coming off losses to Mike Tyson and, of course, Lennox Lewis.
Oh, solid right hand.
And another right hand.
You're seeing better movement with Golota tonight.
Oh, yeah, he's better moving. Maybe the 3 years helped him out a little bit, maybe gave him a little bit more confidence. And Mix here, you know, he's doing what he can do. He don't look like to be a very good puncher. Looking at his record, he's not.
And I will say one thing. Golota trained very, very hard for this fight. We've been hearing how hard his training regimen was. He looks to be in tremendous condition coming into 236 pounds. He looks absolutely fit and fantastic.
And you can see the way he's moving. He's comfortable in there. He had a good first round, loosened himself up. And being off for 3 years, it's a little tough, but he gave a good show in the first round.
I'm impressed for that 3-year layoff coming in. Usually takes a few rounds to get the legs back, and he seems to have that at least so far. Now, what'll happen if Mix is able to land a good shot and, you know, frustrate him a little bit? We certainly will find out.
I know many of the ringside observers, a lot of the media here were saying that they thought they'd see a lot more movement from Mix, but we're not seeing that yet.
Not so far. Round number 2, Andrew Golota in the white. In the black is Brian Nix from Brooklyn, New York. Andrew by way of Warsaw, Poland. And a good left jab by Golota.
You know, Nix is he's jabbing. He's using the jab pretty well, but he's too far out when he throws that right hand. And if he just keeps his hands up and keeps doing like that, Golota's not going to take him out. It's going to be a long night.
What I don't like is Golota's dropping that left jab, and I'm wondering if Nix is going to time it with the right hand over that left jab.
Yeah. One of the things Nix just did is threw a punch that was a little bit low. Maybe learned that from Golota. Golota is bigger and looks stronger, and he should be able to just push this guy right on out of there.
If there's anything you don't want to do is hit Golota with a low blow, because you know what's coming back.
A low blow.
First round, I watched Golota just set everything up off the jab, and he's not as busy with the jab as he was the first round. Oh, nice right hand.
A good left jab by Golota. And Golota so far, as you mentioned, Dave, not showing any effects whatsoever that 3-year layoff.
Well, he's showing a little bit of confidence because he dropped his hand and had a good right hand counter right on top of the jab. And he's using the jab pretty well, but he's not putting no punches together. If Golota go ahead and put 2 or 3 punches together, then we'll see if this guy can take it or if Golota has it or he don't have it anymore.
Good left, doubling up by Andrew Golota.
Golota's trying to counter over that jab. He landed it. Well, he barely missed that right hand over top of the jab. But Nix keeps going, got hit with a right hand, but Nix keep pushing and forcing the fight.
And I will tell you, Nix showing no fear of Andrew Golota. There were some that were wondering that, but has not been the case.
Mike, you're right. Nix is zoomed in. You can see him looking for opportunities underneath, over top.
And he's making a fight. I mean, he's aggressive. He's not running. Golota's throwing that right hand over there, and he's landing it once in a while, but Nix have not backed up.
What a midsection on Andrew Golota.
Well, you know, Andrew Golota with me, you know, he's very vulnerable for a right hand after the jab. But this guy Nix is not really tall enough and not really have the capability with his right hand to put that right hand over the jab.
As we get set to come to the end of round number 2. And a right at the bell by Andrew Golota.
Well, looking at Nick's record, now we know that we're not going to expect a knockout on his side because he only had 3 knockouts out of 28 fights. So we're not going to expect a knockout. But on the Golota side, Golota got 36 wins and 29 knockouts. He's a big over the puncher, so we got to kind of like favor him as far as that puncher power goes.
But again, he's coming off some big wins, as we mentioned, 2 wins with Phil Jackson, and of course, terrible Timmy Witherspoon. As we look at some of the action from round number 2.
That right hand was on the arm. Nick backed off that, and that right hand landed on the arm. Then Golota used that jab, but Nick come back with his own jab to the chest.
I think it's important. The first round, I really thought that he came out strong with the jab, that he'd follow up with that each round and set everything up. And I think as the round's going, I'd like to see him punch more in combinations.
Round number 3, Andrew Golota from Warsaw, Poland in the white trunks. In the all black is Brooklyn's Brian Nix. Mike Mittman, along with former world champions Dave TNT Tiberi and Larry Holmes.
You know, Golota, as you know, he tried to hold that time. You know, he don't need to hold. He needs to fight. He needs to throw punches. And don't let this guy build up confidence by trying to hold.
And a right hand questionable.
He threw him down. That was a throwdown.
There's a cut over Golota's his left eye.
And he's complaining about I think it was, he's saying a butt.
I don't know if it was a butt or not, but it was.
We'll see if we can pick that up later.
We didn't expect this. Let's see what happens now.
Anything
How
can
does
happen
Golota,
now.
how does he respond to this?
Well,
Oh, big left hook.
he got hit with a good left hook. Golota did. Nix is not backing up off it. See, Nix is not afraid.
You talked about that, Dave, the confidence level coming off those two big wins by Brian Nix. We are seeing that here tonight. If you fear Andrew Golota, he'll pick up on that fear.
And I tell you what, Andrew is not hurting him, man. He's throwing a couple of right hands over top of the jab. But Nix is not backed up. He comes in and he's throwing his own punches. So he's building the confidence.
Nice jab.
Andrew got a pretty good jab, but, you know, he don't use it enough. Good right hand.
Oh, solid right
And
hand.
that hurt. That hurt. That hurt.
That's it.
That hurt. He got him with a low blow. That was a low blow.
And Andrew Golota saying, I didn't do that.
Yeah, he did.
Well, he didn't exactly say that, but I can't repeat what he did say.
We have that bleep
Right
system,
there,
right?
right there.
I don't know. What do you call the champ?
I thought
Tight.
it was a little higher than that low blow, but it was enough to vibrate that thing down there.
Do you think, knowing the situation, too, that Nix knows how to play off of it?
I'm
Well,
sure he does.
You know that because it's evident that
I'm
this
sure
guy
he's
knows how to
practiced.
throw those punches.
Right.
With a reputation like Andrew Golota's, I'm sure he's practiced.
When Nix is ready to go, and let's hope it don't happen again. Because Andrew didn't need that low blow because I think he had Nix hurt because he did throw a good punch in there, and Nix kind of backed off from that.
Good left jabs by Andrew Golota. And a crunching
Right to the chest,
Right.
straight right hand.
And that hurt right under the heart.
It seems like this round, Golota's getting more snap on his punches.
And
Well,
these are two big heavyweights, Larry.
Yeah, you know, Andrew Golota is cut a little bit, and you know, that's bothering him. He don't want to get cut, so he figured he better get this guy there. And he should work a little harder. Make the fight interesting, give the people the money's worth, and give us something good to talk about here on the network.
And giving Nix
Something
credit.
like the television.
Giving Nix credit, he's hanging in there fighting hard.
On the ropes now, Andrew Golota unloads.
Yeah. These guys are fighting. Nix is throwing back, though. He's not
Backing off.
not backing up.
And what a fight we've
Fans
got.
are loving it. And of course, you never know with a fight like this, judges could be looking at it totally different. And so, because Nix is not backing up.
All right, let's take a look, see if we can pick up on that cut. Right there is a bang of the heads.
Bang of the heads.
Yeah, that's when Golota tried to club him from the behind, and
that's what seemed to do it.
Yeah.
These are two big heavyweights. Golota's about 6'5", weighing in around 236. And Brian Nix about 6'4", I would say, at 242, weighing in for tonight's
Some heavy leather being thrown.
Yes, there is.
Well, you can see how strong Golota was. Like he was doing a curl. He threw him right on the ground, on the canvas.
Yes. Golota starting to work that jab here in this round. Good jab.
And one thing about Golota, you know, he haven't quit yet, so, you know, I'm surprised with that. But he'll quit if it gets too hot. And right now, he's weathering the heat. Good body punch by Nix.
Well, there were some that were questioning the Tyson fight, that one left hook, and he may have said, give me the check and we'll go on a shopping spree.
So in some cases, layoffs can be an asset. In this case, it could be.
Golota would need more fights like this to get himself back.
One thing for sure, when Golota has you in trouble, he is an excellent finisher.
Looking at the first few rounds, when you look at a matchup with the Salim, it makes it interesting.
See, one of the things that Golota is doing, too, when Salim puts his head down, Brian puts his head down, Golota pulls his head and that punch goes low.
Oh, combinations.
And Golota sensing that he has Nix in some trouble. Will Nix be able to weather the storm? Good right by Golota.
Solid combinations.
Another right.
Golot's putting punches together like he needs to, like you know how to. But one of the things, you can't get too close. You stay out there and use the punches on the outside, and then get them.
And, you know, boxing 101, punching combinations. In this round, he's starting to do it, and it's working for him.
It's working. That was a slap punch by Golota. He can't slap it. He got to use the fist.
Got to turn it over.
Turn it over.
Oh, nice
Good
combination.
left by Andrew Golota.
That was a good move on Golota's part. He was letting Nix go to tie him up and came out with a combination, which was a good punch.
And, you know, being in there with a puncher is not new to Brian Nix. He's been in there with Tim Witherspoon, and we know about Witherspoon's punching power.
And if Nix can weather the storm right now, what happens in later rounds? You figure
Exactly.
Golota's been off for 3 years. Can make a major difference.
Good left right by Andrew Golota.
I don't think this is going to go to distance because Nix is taking a lot of punches and they're hard punches.
Solid punches, too.
Right.
If you're just joining us, we are in Dover, Delaware. Dover Down Slots, the Wallen Center, a sold-out Wallen Center. I'm Mike Mittman, along with former IBC super middleweight champ Dave TNT Tiberi and former undisputed heavyweight champ Larry Holmes. Round number 5, Andrew Golota against Brian Nix. And guys, a lot of people didn't expect it to go this long.
Well, I didn't think so either, but I tell you, Nix is a very cagey fighter. But he just got hit again with another low blow by Golota. Maybe he didn't forget about that low blow punch.
And Nix making a big mistake, turning the referee Rudy Battle to
Rudy told him to fight.
Yeah, Golota will hit you while you're looking away to the referee.
And you can't look away from the fighter. So Golota do not take any prisoners once he fights.
Nick, you're right, and Nick should have knew this going into the fight, that protect yourself at all times. You talked about that at the last fight.
And a big hello to Jeff and all the gang watching us at Larry Holmes Ringside Restaurant and Lounge and Nightclub in Easton, Pennsylvania.
It's a knockout down there, boy. People got to come down and check me out.
Turning them underneath. Body shots, working his way up now.
A lot of credit to Brian Nix weathering those big shots, and he's coming back. Golota staying busy, and that's what he's got to do. Take the play away from Brian Nix, not let him get off first.
You know, in his past fights, he's also shown better movement. He's doing more things to get angles, and he's fighting a better fight. But Brian Nix has not backed down once.
It shows you he's not afraid of anybody. He's been in there with Tim Witherspoon and other fighters, so, you know, and beat Tim Witherspoon, so, hey, he's not afraid of anybody.
Certainly he wasn't expected to beat former champ Tim Witherspoon, but he did. And is Andrew Golota starting to tire?
And they're for heavyweights, they're in a very hot ring. A lot of lights on them, so their conditioning is key tonight.
A lot riding on this fight for Andrew Golota. Golota hoping on a couple of big victories to catapult him back into a World Heavyweight Championship fight. And the way the division is today, Larry, it's wide open.
Most definitely. Mike Tyson still messed up in the mind a little bit. And Lennox Lewis not deciding what he's
Oh, big combination.
And Golota.
Oh, rocked him. Nix is hurt.
This won't go too much longer if Golota comes out and finishes what he just started.
Golota, when the bell rang, started to throw the right hand again. And at least this time he held off.
I must say, we're seeing a very well-behaved Andrew Golota here tonight.
What round is this? 6 rounds?
6 so far.
Right.
Let's take a look at the end of round number 5.
That's a shoulder shot. Come back with a left hook that missed. Body punch, right hand, left hook. Right hand, left hook, and a slap. And he's trying.
We see a couple of elbows in there, but
That's all part of the game.
that's part of the game. Round number 6, the return of Andrew Golota. And Rudy Battle checking out the tape on the right glove of Brian Nix.
Brian needed a few extra seconds. And this could cost him by taking them few extra seconds.
I guess if you're on the management side of Nix, or you're his trainer, you're thinking he's coming off 2 big wins. This guy's had a 3-year layoff. It could be a good fight for your fight.
Yeah.
And up until the last round, it certainly was.
That's right. It seemed that way.
A clubbing right to the back of the head by Golota. And what are they chanting? I can't pick that out.
They're chanting some Polish.
Okay, that's why I couldn't pick it out. All right. And you know, Andrew Golota always reminded me of the fighter Drago, the Russian fighter in Rocky 3. Oh, good left by Golota.
They're both taking each other's punches. They trading punches right there. Golota got the best of that. Nice shot to the body by Golota. And he's throwing punches to the body, and they're not going low. Surprisingly, Golota only got called by.
We're seeing the new, gentler, milder, well-behaved Andrew Golota.
And he's landing, he's looking, he's landing good shots.
He's looking good.
When he comes over top, it seems like at times, it seems like I'm picking up, he's hitting with open hand once in a while. Like he's not rolling it all the way over.
He hasn't landed his big shot, his home run shot. But after a 3-year layoff, has not fought since the Tyson fight, if we call it that. And he's looking pretty good.
Nice head movement.
Great movement by Andrew Golota. He's showing us everything here tonight.
Yeah, but one of the things, you see, a guy as big as he is, he don't need to be in close like that.
No.
I mean, you know, very seldom I was in close. I would use my jab, but these guys don't have a jab, I guess. I don't know.
And when he uses it, it works for him.
Exactly. And look, he's giving up his height. He's 6'5". He's getting down to 5'2".
Isn't that the wrong thing to do? Isn't that ridiculous?
Why give up your height? You're a big guy, stay big.
If I'm in his corner, I'll let you let Golota know. Look, you got to keep your hands up and use that nice jab and set things up like you did in the early rounds. And he's falling inside, and plus he's cut. You got to be careful.
And you're right. If he stays in there, he's going to take a chance of getting head-butted again and open up the cut worse, or possibly the other eye. As we come to the end of round number 6.
Just every fight tonight, just action-packed.
I'll tell you, we've traveled, the champ and I, all over the country, and I got to say, one of the best fight cards anywhere. Congratulations to the great matchmaker, to your brother, and of course to the promotion team of Ziggy Promotions and Dave Escalante. What a card this has been. And I'll tell you what, after a card like this, you'd sell it out tomorrow if they came right back. And again, we want to thank from Tim Horn, the CEO here.
CFO.
At Dover Down Slots and their whole team, a big thank you as we take a look at some of that round 6 action.
We need an interpreter, don't we?
I sound like
Yes, we do. My Polish is very weak. All right, round number 7.
There's that jab again. He's starting to work at this round.
Set for 10 rounds. This is our heavyweight main event, the return of Andrew Golota. Did he expect this in Brian Nix? Probably not.
Well, you know, I know when you're doing matchmaking, you're always doing scouting reports to have the best matches, and he's durable. Brian Nix, he comes to fight, and if it's, he's not looking, you know, as you see, he only has 3 knockouts, so he's in for the long haul. He knows if it's 10 rounds or if he gets the opportunity 12 rounds, he's going to be in there to fight.
And he just tagged Golota with the left, but Golota's coming right back.
Golota said that didn't hurt. But I think Nix is getting a little tired too, because he's grabbing and holding a little bit.
Well, after the pace, a very quick pace for heavyweights, a very fast pace, 6 rounds. And a lot of punches being thrown for heavyweights in there, Larry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, straight right hand.
A lot of them don't have the punch that we said he have. I don't know why he got all these knockouts, because he landed some good punches and Nix is still there.
And we're being broadcast tonight in Poland, and we've got the Polish press right here. And I think they'd pay anything to see Andrew Golota get a shot with him smiling, but I've not seen him smile yet.
Maybe afterwards he starts a Hollywood career.
Yeah, he's not a smiling guy. I always get nervous when you see Andrew Golota in close. Are we going to get a neck bite or an ear bite?
You used the word earlier. He's been tamed. It's tonight so far anyway.
I'm surprised they didn't come out with a movie on Golota called Hit 'Em Low.
Ah, yes.
I think they came out there, hit him high, but now hit him low, right?
The jet.
Oh, nice combination.
And Golota hurt him.
Golota now. Let's see. He follows up and finishes it off.
He's too close. He's too close.
He's got to step back.
He's got to give him some punching room.
Got to get room.
What is Battle doing?
Stop the fight. Referee, stop the fight.
Referee Rudy Battle stopping the fight.
The fans do not appreciate it.
They want to see a knockout. This kid was fighting back, but he had nothing. And the referee Rudy Battle seen that
he had
nothing.
But he was throwing back.
Oh, yeah, he was hurt, but he's throwing back. But, you know.
But what I don't know is he may have said something to Rudy Battle in there. I've had it.
Right, we don't know that.
I could not, and I have a feeling that's what happened.
Another day.
And they were flush punches landing.
A couple more, there's no doubt what the outcome would have been, but
What's next for Golota? What's next for Salim?
let's do it.
Salim will keep on fighting just to make a payday. He's not going anywhere. Golota I don't think he's going to go anywhere either, but he can make a name for himself again in the heavyweight division because he's a big guy, he's determined, and he got the right complexion, he has the right protection. So therefore, he can get in there and do it. If I was his manager, I would be on his butt every day because I feel that there ain't nobody in the heavyweight division right now that he can beat if he really wanted to do this.
There's nobody out there really today.
Well, with the following he has in Poland, you go back to Poland now and you bring a U.S. fighter over there and fight him because they say his popularity, you know, of course, tonight you're going to see it's going to skyrocket.
All right,
again.
let's go up. Let's go up for the time of the stoppage. Here's Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner at 2 minutes, 43 seconds into round number 7 by TKO, Andrew Golota.
We're going to see if we can get Andrew Golota over here for an interview. He's being mobbed by the Polish press in the ring. We're going to take a break.